In the tapestry of life, faith stands as a vibrant thread connecting us to something far greater than ourselves. It is the unseen force that gives us hope in times of despair, courage in moments of fear, and strength when we feel weak. Faith is the light that guides us through the darkest of times, illuminating our path and giving us a sense of purpose and direction. James, in his letter, challenges us to examine the true nature of faith. He asks us to look beyond the surface and delve into the depths of what it truly means to believe. Faith, according to James, is not just a matter of intellectual assent or verbal affirmation. It is something much deeper, something that must be lived out in our daily lives. He presents a powerful message in James chapter 2, verses 14 to 26, urging us to move beyond mere words and embrace a faith that manifests in action. This passage is a clarion call to all believers, reminding us that faith without works is dead. It is not enough to simply profess our faith. We must also demonstrate it through our actions. This passage serves as a compass, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of how faith should shape our lives. Just as a compass points us in the right direction, so too does this passage point us towards a life of active, living faith. It challenges us to align our actions with our beliefs, to ensure that our faith is not just something we talk about, but something we live out every day. James's words resonate with a timeless truth. True faith is not passive. It is not something that we can simply sit back and observe from a distance. True faith requires us to get involved, to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. It calls us to step out of our comfort zones and make a difference in the lives of others. It is not a spectator sport observed from a distance. Instead, it is a call to action, an invitation to participate in the extraordinary dance between belief and behavior. Faith is something that must be lived out in the real world, in the midst of our everyday lives. It is not something that we can keep to ourselves. It must be shared with others. Instead, it is a call to action, an invitation to participate in the extraordinary dance between belief and behavior. It is a dynamic, living force that compels us to reach out to others, to lend a helping hand, and to make a positive impact in the world. Faith is not just about what we believe, it is about what we do with those beliefs. James reminds us that our faith, if genuine, will inevitably overflow into our actions, shaping the way we interact with the world around us. It will inspire us to be more compassionate, more generous, and more loving. It will drive us to seek justice, to stand up for the oppressed, and to work towards a better, more just world. In the end, true faith is not just about what we believe. It is about how we live out those beliefs in our everyday lives. Imagine encountering someone who claims to possess immense wealth but lives in abject poverty. They speak of grand estates, luxurious cars, and endless riches, yet their reality is starkly different. Their words would ring hollow, echoing the emptiness of their promises. Their claims are undermined by the stark reality of their situation, a life that contradicts their grandiose statements. James draws a parallel to this scenario when discussing faith and actions. He emphasizes that faith, when not accompanied by deeds, is like a wealthy person dressed in rags. He argues that faith, devoid of corresponding deeds, is as lifeless as a body without breath. It is a mere shadow of what it could be, lacking the essence that gives it life. Just as a tree is known by its fruit, so too is faith revealed through action. Words alone are insufficient. A tree that bears no fruit is of no use to anyone, just as faith without works is barren. They are but empty shells, devoid of substance, if not accompanied by genuine acts of love, compassion, and service. These empty shells, though beautiful on the outside, hold no life within. James challenges us to consider whether our faith is merely a collection of beliefs or a vibrant force that propels us towards righteous living. He urges us to transform our faith into action, to let it be the driving force behind our deeds. True faith is active and dynamic, manifesting in our daily lives through acts of kindness, generosity, and service to others. It's not enough to simply believe, we must also do. Our faith should inspire us to reach out to those in need, to offer a helping hand, and to make a positive impact in the world around us. It is through these actions that our faith is truly brought to life. Let us strive to ensure that our faith is not just a set of beliefs, but a living, breathing force that drives us to make a difference. In doing so, we honor the true essence of faith as envisioned by James. Some might argue that actions alone are enough to secure salvation. They might point to a life filled with good deeds and charitable acts as evidence of their righteousness. However, James cautions against such a simplistic view. He reminds us that even demons acknowledge the existence of God, yet their belief does not translate into salvation. Salvation, James emphasizes, is not a reward for good behavior. It is not something we earn through our own efforts. Instead, it is a gift from God received through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ. Our actions, while important, cannot, in and of themselves, bridge the chasm between us and God. To illustrate the inseparable link between faith and action, James points to the example of Abraham. Considered the father of faith, Abraham's life was a testament to the transformative power of belief. When God commanded him to sacrifice his son Isaac, Abraham, though heartbroken, obeyed. Abraham's willingness to offer up his son, the son of promise, was not an act of blind obedience. It was a profound demonstration of his unwavering faith in God's goodness and provision. Through this act of obedience, Abraham's faith was made complete, proving the authenticity of his belief. Section 5. Rahab's courage, a testimony of trust. Another compelling example James presents is that of Rahab, a prostitute from Jericho. Despite her past and the societal norms of her time, Rahab demonstrated remarkable faith by sheltering the Israelite spies. She recognized the sovereignty of the God of Israel and aligned herself with his plan. Rahab's actions, driven by her newfound faith, put her at great personal risk, yet she chose to act courageously, trusting in the God who had promised deliverance to the Israelites. Her story serves as a powerful reminder that true faith transcends social barriers and empowers us to act boldly in the face of adversity. Section 6, Beyond Words, Faith Manifested in Deeds. Throughout James's letter, a recurring theme emerges. True faith is not merely a matter of intellectual assent, but a lived-out reality. It is a force that compels us to extend a helping hand to those in need, to speak up against injustice, and to be ambassadors of God's love in a world often shrouded in darkness. Imagine encountering someone shivering in the cold. Offering them words of comfort without providing warmth would be a hollow gesture. Similarly, our faith, if genuine, should move us beyond empty platitudes to tangible acts of kindness and compassion. Section 7, The Rhythm of Faith, a constant dance. The relationship between faith and action is not a one-time event, but an ongoing dance. It is a dynamic interplay between belief and behavior, a continuous cycle of trusting and acting. Our faith, nurtured by God's word and prayer, should inspire us to live lives characterized by love, service, and integrity. Just as a dancer moves gracefully across the floor, so too should our lives reflect the rhythm of faith. Each step, each action should be an expression of our deep-seated belief in God's goodness and our desire to walk in obedience to His will. Section 8, A Life Transformed, the Fruit of Active Faith. When faith is put into action, it has the power to transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Acts of kindness, however small, can have a ripple effect, spreading outwards and touching countless lives in ways we may never fully comprehend. As we strive to live out our faith, we become vessels of God's love, hope, and grace. Our actions become testaments to the transformative power of belief, inspiring others to seek a deeper relationship with the divine. Section 9, A Call to Reflection, Examining Our Own Actions. James's words serve as a call to self-reflection. He challenges us to examine our own lives and consider whether our actions align with our professed beliefs. Are we living out our faith in tangible ways, or are we content with a faith that remains confined to the realm of thoughts and words? This is not a call to judgment, but an invitation to growth. It is an opportunity to identify areas where our actions fall short of our beliefs and to seek God's guidance as we strive to live lives that are pleasing to Him. Section 10. Conclusion. Embracing faith in action. In the grand tapestry of life, faith and action are intricately interwoven, each strand dependent on the other for strength and beauty. Just as threads in a fabric rely on each other to create a cohesive and resilient piece, our faith and actions must work in harmony to create a life of purpose and impact. James's message is clear. True faith is not passive but active. It is not enough to simply believe. Our beliefs must be demonstrated through our actions. This active faith is what brings about real change in our lives and in the lives of those around us. It is a force that propels us to love deeply, serve faithfully, and live lives that reflect the transformative power of the gospel. When we care for others, we are not just performing good deeds, we are embodying the very essence of our faith, showing the world the love and compassion that Jesus taught. As we journey through life, let us embrace the challenge to live out our faith in practical and meaningful ways, remembering that our actions speak volumes about the authenticity of our beliefs. Each act of kindness, each moment of service is a testament to our commitment to living a life that mirrors the teachings of Christ. Our faith is not confined to the walls of a church, but is expressed in our everyday interactions and decisions. Whether we are helping a neighbor, volunteering our time, or simply offering a listening ear, we are living out our faith in tangible ways. May our lives become testaments to the power of faith in action, illuminating the world with the love and hope of Jesus Christ. Let us strive to be beacons of light, guiding others towards a life of faith, love, and service.